Welcome back to our channel, Pray and Preach!
It's been a while, so we apologize for
not keeping posting a video.
Yeah, but we are back, and this topic is very
solid one.
Yeah.
And it will surcharge all of us with a mentality to be strictly following to it. And I think that's what we actually want to give out from this YouTube platform.
Yeah. The topic is rising early,
taking a bath,
and attending
Mangal
Arati.
Arati.
So, in the last 10 months, many life events have happened for both of us, and we've been super consumed in life, just happening. But this is no excuse for rising early, taking bath, and attending Mangal Arati. We'll start with rising early. Rising early specifically means to rise in the Brahma Muhurta time. So Brahma Muhurta, Muhurta means time. And so Brahma Muhurta is this auspicious time, which comes 1.5 hours normally before sunrise. And and it lasts for 48 minutes. So if you do 48 times 30, it gives you 48 minutes times 30 gives you 24 hours. And so there's 30 muhurtas, and of all the 30 muhurtas, this Brahma Muhurta is the most auspicious. And let me tell you, all of the living entities at that time are sufficiently rested and
confirmed.
And the entire atmosphere is spiritually surcharged. So imagine an atmosphere when all living entities, not just human beings, all living entities, animals, the monkeys, the dogs,
the cows,
everyone is in a state of peacefulness, where you're rested, you're refreshed. And it's not like, there's also a verse in Bhagavad-gītā or Bhagavatam that says that when the saintly persons start their day, the ignorant people are
it's in
ending their
Bhagavad-gītā.
day. I've even experienced it in Delhi, the craziest city of the world. At 4 a.m. there is no traffic. Everyone is sleeping.
We have to understand the Sattva-gun, Rajagun, and Tamagun. So Sattva-gun starts from 2 a.m. in the morning. Like for worldly people it's night, but actually the Sattva-gun starts at 2 a.m. in the morning, goes till 10 a.m. And then from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. is Rajagun. And again from 5 p.m. till 2 a.m. is Tamagun. So you can understand that how, like, it's not just peaceful what we feel, but it's definitely mentioned in the Shastras in a way that, okay, that time is Sattva Gun, that has to be peaceful.
Exactly. Śrīla Prabhupada says that all spiritual activities are most potent if they're performed in the morning.
Wow, in the Brahma Muhurta time especially, no?
Especially in the Brahma Muhurta time. Rather than any other day. I mean, any other time of day. And that's just so crazy. And also in Vrindavan, these days Vrindavan is so crowded and hot, and it's crazy. It's just chaos. Brahma Muhurta time in Vrindavan is peaceful.
And you will see all the saintly people out. Like throughout the day, you won't see the deep course saintly people out.
Brahma Muhurta. Now we know that Brahma Muhurta is just this incredible time period.
One more thing I just wanted to mention here is that I heard somewhere in one senior devotee was telling that when you are in the Sattva Gun time from 2 a.m., especially in the Brahma Muhurta time till like the morning time, especially in Vrindavan, there are a lot of saints here. So they perform like deep core sadhana and in that time. So when you are performing your sadhana, their sadhana supports your sadhana.
Wow.
And that's why we see that when we are chanting in that time, like less than, like sometimes our japa, our one round is finished quicker. You know, have you ever realized?
Yeah.
It's because our sadhana is like kind of supported and covered up by the vibrations of those sadhanas which were coming from pure devotees' mouth.
I never heard that.
Yeah, it's mentioned.
Okay, so, now we understand that this Brahma Muhurta time is just amazing. And this is just on a spiritual platform. On a material platform, there's studies that if you rise early, your body, your natural
Biological
clock is being trained, your digestive system is working nicely, your everything is just, it's supposed to be like this. Like some things you're just made to do. You're made to rise early. And it is the instruction of Śrīla Prabhupada. Rise early. Now, the next part is to take a bath.
Yeah.
You take a bath, you cleanse yourself. Spiritually, you cleanse yourself, and by immediately when you rise, you chant the Maha Mantra, you chant the Pranam Mantra of your Guru or Śrīla Prabhupada, and then you try to remember Kṛṣṇa. There's actually one quote from one, I think it's Brahma Sampurana, that says that always remember Kṛṣṇa, never forget Kṛṣṇa, and all other instructions on the spiritual path are servants of these two instructions.
Wow, that's amazing.
And so this is the thing. You wake up and you try to remember Kṛṣṇa. You cleanse yourself internally by remembering Kṛṣṇa, externally by taking a bath and applying tilak and Vaishnava attire, and then you retain Mangal.
Yes, and one more thing is that I was listening to His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj lecture, and he mentioned how most of the majority of people, they don't know how to bathe. The thing is that they think that, okay, just putting water on us, on yourself, is like bathing. But bathing is actually when you're putting water on yourself, but you're also chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Also, but also in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's explained that to bathe externally, to cleanse yourself externally, you need to use soap and oil.
Yeah.
That's a fact. There's also a quotation I'm sorry, I don't have that.
So, we think that we are bathing, but at the time when we are bathing, we should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra in our minds. No need to loudly chant.
Now we're cleansed. Now we have risen. We have cleansed ourselves, and we have to go to attend to Mangal Arati now.
Yes.
And so
the most exciting part of the day.
We wake up in this Brahma Muhurta time, and now we have to use it. And what do we use it doing? We're chanting Guru Vastika prayers.
Yes.
And let me read to you right now.
This is really interesting part. Those who are thinking to skip it will regret it.
Yeah. The Falashruti of the Guru Vastakam. I don't like whoever by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He's like an amazing. Why? Has you ever wondered why do we chant Guru Vastakam in the morning? Why do Guru Vaishnavas chant Guru Vastakam in the morning?
Why?
Let me tell you. One who, with great care and attention, loudly recites this beautiful prayer to the spiritual master during Brahma Muhurta obtains direct service to Kṛṣṇa, the Lord of Vrindavan, at the time of his death. The Lord of Vrindavan, direct service to Kṛṣṇa.
Wow.
That's just amazing.
Yeah. What else do we need?
Yeah.
We can't even get rid of the laziness in the morning to meet Kṛṣṇa at the end.
To get direct service to Kṛṣṇa after one's death. What?
That's great.
This is just the whole entire process of Kṛṣṇa consciousness is so scientific, and everything is done for a reason. And if we think that, okay, we can neglect waking up early and rising for Mangal Arati, then our Kṛṣṇa consciousness is not complete. Let me just tell you some interesting fact. One time in Vrindavan, Śrīla Prabhupada was conducting initiations. I mean, he was not personally doing the yagya, but he was giving initiation. And far in the back, there was one Mataji holding a baby. And Śrīla Prabhupada all of a sudden just said, "Stop the yagya." stop. Everyone was like, he said, Mataji in the back, take your baby's hand out of its mouth. The baby's hand was in the mouth. Take your hand out of the mouth, wash the baby's hand and bring him back and train him not to keep the hand in his mouth because he is disturbing. He is contaminating our offering to Kṛṣṇa.
Wow, so deep.
Such a detail. And then he said, continue. Now you may continue. Like, imagine that little detail in the fire sacrifice. That little detail is of importance. And we're thinking, let's sleep. Let's not attend Mangal Arati.
Yeah. And Prabhupada made sure that everyone has to follow the morning program.
And we are now going to read the
Something really
instructions.
important, yes.
The instructions that he gives. Also in Śrīmad Bhagavatam it says that one who rises early in the morning and worships Lord Janardana, Kṛṣṇa, that person receives freedom from worldly duties and the cycle of rebirth.
All the karmic cycle, all the problems, all the old age, birth, disease and death.
Wake up and worship Janardana. What do? Wake up and attend Mangal Arati. Worship him by chanting
His
holy names, by seeing him. Wow. Okay, so now we are going to read Srila Prabhupada's instructions. So if you don't think that all of this is already enough, now Srila Prabhupada's direct instructions that he written down black and white for us. These are all just compiled like many letters of Srila Prabhupada, all stating about this topic. See that all members are strictly observing Brahminical standards such as rising early. You must make sure that all students are attending Mangal Arati. He's giving instructions to leaders or so on. Simply by following this process without deviation, rising early and Mangal Arati, these things will bring us to the platform of pure love for Kṛṣṇa.
Wow. Haribol.
That's crazy, Vahan. Enthusiastic mood is maintained when everyone is without fail coming to Mangal Arati.
That's so true. I have, oh my god, now I'm getting...
without fail, observing strictly the regulative principles. Mangal Arati, rising early.
Yeah.
That enthusiasm or great eagerness to have Kṛṣṇa will come by strictly observing.
And we
the
know this.
You have experience of it.
Definitely. When you are consistent in your Mangal Arati and your japa, waking up early in the morning, you feel that you're doing all these things, like Kṛṣṇa becomes so present in your life. So present that you can feel his presence. And you can understand, okay, reciprocation is there.
Yeah. Look, Srila Prabhupada made a process for us. And this process is so perfect. And if we just follow this process, then success... Wait.
This one is really amazing.
I also follow this process. So I expect each and every one of my disciples should also. And what are we? We're all the grand disciples of Srila Prabhupada.
If a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada is following, who are we?
Exactly. If everyone strictly keeps these principles, success is assured.
Wow. Success is what? Going back home to God and to be peaceful and happy in your life.
Yes. And what are these principles?
This is the chain effect.
Chain effect principles.
First we discussed about the waking up early in the morning. Then we discussed about the taking shower, taking bath. And then the third one is chanting 16 rounds. And now we are
attending Mangal Arati.
Sorry. Attending Mangal Arati. So now we are going to discuss about the chain effect.
Yeah. What is the chain effect?
So then it comes the chanting of the 16 rounds because it becomes very automatic.
Yeah.
If you wake up early, you are all cleansed and you are there for the Mangal Arati. The next thing you do is
chant 16 rounds.
And because it's so natural for us.
It's not...
Because you are not like there for Mangal Arati, you bathe, and then you're not going to go asleep or going for like restaurant, because the thing is, that's the best part. The best part of Brahma Muhurta is that there is no facility for sense enjoyment.
Yeah, there's nothing else happening. It's just
Yeah.
focus on spirituality. And like there's just like who's gonna watch a movie after they wake up and take a bath, who's gonna go watch a movie?
After Mangal Arati.
Yeah.
Like,
it is a chain of cycle.
yeah.
You wake up, you take a bath, you go to Mangal Arati, you chant your rounds, and then
Yes. But we go for the Bhagavatam class.
exactly. And
Bhagavatam
then
class. And then we go for
preaching.
because what you heard, what you absorbed, you have to give it out. Like what we are doing it right now. Like
Yeah.
because it was an amazing Bhagavatam class today,
Yeah.
and I was relishing too much. Like this was a Bhagavatam class I always since so long I wanted to hear about the Guru Nishtha. That this is going different from the topic for today, but again,
This is Śrīla Prabhupada's
instructions,
to
like
us.
if you are not taking these small instructions, like coming for Mangal Arati, chanting in the morning, waking up early in the morning in the Brahma Muhurta, then like people, there are examples that people have controlled the whole dam with their body and they're still alive.
This is the gist of the class. Of this video today. It's rising early, taking a bath, attending Mangal Arati, and then following the rest of Śrīla Prabhupada's instructions. Chanting 16 rounds, attending Bhagavatam class, and preaching. This is what Śrīla Prabhupada expected from us. If you see yourself as a devotee of Śrīla Prabhupada, as a member of his society, ISKCON, then you should make it a point to follow these things. And if you cannot follow these things, then
You will never be happy, because the gist of today's Bhagavatam class was, if you're not having the mercy of your spiritual master, you cannot be happy, you cannot be peaceful. As simple as that. It's like a bold statement. It can be a very rebellious statement for materialistic people, and they'll be like, oh, we are happy in our lives, but they are not happy. They are just constantly just trying to be happy.
Anyway, so we want to end this video on the note of the Bhagavad-gītā. Verse 6.17, I was thinking.
This is a very famous shloka from Bhagavad-gītā.
Yeah. Anyways, but I forgot the.
Okay, I think we'll keep it in the description box.
Yeah.
But it
I'll
goes
read
like
the translation.
yuktāhāra-vihārasya.
Yeah.
It's like that.
He who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. So, rising early is just the first step to getting regulated. And by rising early, you will automatically regulate eating habits, sleeping habits, because Śrīla Prabhupada said, if you cannot follow, if someone would ask, okay, but it's very difficult for me to wake up, then Śrīla Prabhupada would advise, eat lightly at night and rest early.
What did he used to eat?
Prabhupada would eat puffed rice or a very, very light meal.
That we call moody.
Moody, yeah. And so, naturally, all of these regulations will happen, and then this is the goal, to come out of this repeated cycle of birth and death. Because look at this world, look at today, look at the news. Even though you're not supposed to look at the news. I mean, some people need to stay informed, and it's a miserable place.
It's a miserable
and
place.
We don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And so we have to take the steps to go somewhere higher. And this is natural for us. We're supposed to be there. We're eternally.
It's not something unnatural for us. Like today was a funny thing in the class. Again in the class, that we celebrate our successes because it's already we know that success is not natural to us.
What? It's supposed to be natural for us?
I mean, success is not natural. Like we desire, we don't get everything we want.
So
when we get material success.
Mm.
So when we get what we want, we celebrate it because we know that this is something unnatural. You know?
Yeah.
Like if success was so, because in that verse, Krishna is called Satyakama. Satyakama means Kṛṣṇa, when he desires something, he sees the desire already getting fulfilled, already got fulfilled. The moment he desires, it's already fulfilled.
Wow.
And for us, it's called, we are asatyakama. We have to strive so hard for get things done, and sometimes we don't get it done.
Wow. Okay, so on that note, thank you very much for watching this video. All glories to Shri Vrindavan Dham, Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balaram, Gaura Nitai, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.